If you want to gain hundreds or thousands of Lumina in New Game Plus, you are in the right place. I spent several days and tons of testing, optimizing the double Contorso rewards method, and finally cracked its secrets to make double Lumina drop without failing. So I can share with you the best builds and strategies to make it work consistently and save you the guesswork and a lot of time. We'll be using a single build or party setup in the next 2 spots, and right off the bat I am telling you that following all of my setups here is a must. The Contorso's double drop trick is heavily affected by the overall party's damage output, so if you miss a Lumina or your stats heavily differ from mine, there is a high chance that a double Lumina drop will not work. And yes, it is that delicate and I cannot stress it enough. I spent days adjusting the setup that you are seeing on the screen right now, so to avoid headaches and if you really want to replicate my results later on, try your best to follow all of my started pictos, allocated stats, and equipment for CL and Lune. CL and Lune have only one role in the next 2 spots, and they're going to be the Death Bomb Squad. For the love of Renoir, make sure to follow Verso's allocated stats, which are 89 might, 99 agility, and 99 defense, with the overall stats of 10k attack stat and 100% critical chance. Remember, your stats should be identical to mine to make this whole thing work. I'm showing his carefully adjusted Lumina setup on the screen right now, so pause the video if you need to and make sure your Verso will have all of the active Lumina here. One last thing is to make sure that you set your overall difficulty to Expeditioner when engaging in the next 2 spots, since I optimized these methods around this difficulty. I will tell you if you need to change the difficulty later on. I have made a lot of Lumina farming guides already, but the exact trigger to make enemy drops double Lumina with the Contorso is a complete mystery. However, after punishing days of testing, we can happily just sit back and make it work consistently. We already know that when the Contorso is equipped, every attack Verso deals will summon a lightning strike, dealing additional damage on top of his original damage. But since the Contorso is currently bugged, the system thinks that an enemy has been hit twice, making it double rewards when killing an enemy. But scoring double rewards was not a consistent strategy in the past, and we thought that it is based on chances. But what if I told you that it is not? It is actually not based on chances, but it is based on how much HP the enemy had before a player pulled the trigger and went in for the last hit. Let me explain this further. In simple terms, the enemy just need to have at least 2 to 5% remaining health before you pull the last free aim shot. If you manage to last hit the enemy under the said percentage, the double rewards will surely proc. But for example, if you last hit an enemy having 6 to 10% HP and above, the double rewards will surely not proc. For example, the creation will surely drop double rewards when got last hit around with the following remaining health. And here's the proof of getting times for Lumina instead of 2. The same thing applies to Clair Obscur mini boss. Hitting it with the remaining 2 to 5% HP left will make it drop 10 Lumina instead of 5. So your ultimate goal is to manage Verso's overall damage output when hitting the target with free aim shots and eventually land somewhere around 2 to 5% remaining enemy health before doing the last hit. This is the reason why I asked you to follow the build religiously that I showed you, since it was carefully adjusted to consistently land on the remaining 2 to 5% enemy health mark in all of the spots that I'm going to show you later on. Now that the build is ready, the Monolith spot is still no doubt one of the best spots to farm Lumina even in New Game Plus. This spot will require the player to farm the mini boss Clair Obscur, which drops 5 Lumina and can be doubled up to 10 Lumina drop per fight if you can utilize the Contorso effectively. To find all of the spot location on this list, I highly suggest checking my previous Lumina guides where I covered the location and best builds during in first playthrough to farm thousands of Lumina fast. Link in the description and click the card here. Start the actual method by starting the run from the Tower Peak Expedition flag. Prepare for a long running session while heading to the inner section of the area. This is one of the reasons why I hate this spot, but because it has something special to offer, it was included on this list. After passing the cliff, the boss is just near your location. Do a preemptive strike and the 2 girls will explode at the start of battle, filling all of the enemies break gauge. Follow the exact steps here if you want to score double rewards. Ignore the lesser Nevron and hit Clair Obscur with free aim shots. Pull off multiple free aim shots until the mini boss dies. Keep in mind that you don't need to stop around the 2 to 5% enemy HP mark, it's just that I'm showing you the build and the method that is effectively hitting the HP mark. The same thing applies to the other targets here. After Clair Obscur, just wipe them with Verso's free aim shots. You can already see that the rewards are already doubled. After the fight, head back to the flag to reset the run, rinse and repeat. Each run lasts around 1 minute and 43 seconds and drops 10 Lumina, 6 Grandiose, and 2 Perfect Catalysts. Do this consistently in an hour and we are looking at 370 Lumina, 209 Grandiose, and a whopping 68 Perfect Catalysts. This spot is the best overall in terms of Perfect Catalysts, making it one of the best spots in NG+, while also giving you Lumina gains as well. If you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me a lot. Join our Discord server and discuss role-playing games such as this, and I appreciate your support. Just like in my previous Lumina farming guides, I see the creation route as the best spot overall if you count the accessibility of the next spot. This spot will require the player to hunt a series of creation packs while also scoring consistent double Lumina drops from the Contorso. We'll be using the same build that we use in the Monolith spot. From the Golden Tree flag, head to the nearest open area where the first creation pack is located. Do a preemptive strike and as soon as the battle starts, the two girls will explode. Aim for the lesser Nevron first and break it with the first free aim shots. Notice that I am damaging the Nevron by hitting its head first because when you hit its eye, it will be killed right away, missing the double rewards. You can see here as well that the build is successfully hitting the 2 to 5% remaining HP mark. When the lesser Nevron dies, listen carefully to this, hit the creation 4 times with free aim shots. Again, hit it with 4 free aim shots. After doing 4 free aim shots, skip your turn. Verso's second turn will start and continue to hit it with free aim shots until it dies. The reason why we did the first 4 free aim shots is to control the damage for us to land on the desired 2 to 5% enemy HP mark before it dies. You can see here that the double rewards are proccing nicely. After the initial pack, head to the second one near your location and do a preemptive strike. Break and take out the creation on the right first. You can see here that I'm stopping to show you the 2 to 5% HP mark. After the first creation dies, listen to this carefully, hit the creation on the left with 3 free aim shots. Be careful on this. Make sure to hit it at least 3 shots. After doing so, skip your turn and do another free aim shot to break the last creation. Dump all of your shots to end the fight and get your double rewards. You can clearly see that the build and the strategy can reach the desired enemy HP threshold easily. When the fight is done, head to the flag to reset the run, rinse and repeat. It looks complicated at first and slow, but actually it's not. I'm just showing you the steps, and once you get used to the steps, you can quickly breeze through each run, which usually takes around 1 minute and 16 seconds with loading times included and reset times as well. Each run gives you a consistent 8 Lumina per run, 8 Grandiose, and a possible up to 2 Perfect Catalyst drops. Do this consistently in an hour and we are looking at 376 Lumina and Grandiose and a varying amounts of Perfect Catalyst. As mentioned previously, if your goal is to get Perfect Catalyst fast, the Monolith spot will serve you better. The Chromatic Dancius spot is still the best overall if you don't mind its accessibility, since you can only do it once even in New Game Plus. This is why I mentioned that the creation route is technically the best in the game. Get as much as 480 Lumina in just 30 minutes, or get 1500 to 1600 Lumina per hour and 30 minutes. The Chromatic Dancius gives us the ability to do so by killing the Dancius minions over and over. Each lesser Dancius drops 5 Lumina, and it can be doubled up to 10 Lumina thanks to the Contorso's bug feature, just like what we did in the previous method. As promised, I have updated my specific build for this method, and this build will let you face tank any attacks that the Dancius throws at you without in need of dodging, making your runs much more stable and easier. So take the time to have the exact same build for Mael, Verso, and CL that I'm showing on the screen right now. Take note of the weapons, especially for Mael and CL, since these weapons play a huge role in making this method a lot easier, making it hassle-free overall. Make sure to change your difficulty to story mode for better results. This will lessen enemy HP a little bit for our runs later on. To start the actual method, engage the Chromatic Dancius with a preemptive strike. CL will explode to maximize the break gauge of the Dancius. Then Verso will at least hit the Chromatic Dancius once with free aim shots to have access to S rank for more damage multipliers. And then, use a revive tint on CL to start the actual method. Verso has only one role in this method, and it is killing as many Dancius as he can with free aim shots to take advantage of the Contorso's double drop rewards. CL will help her achieve this goal in the entire fight. He will skip his turn every time he takes out a batch of Dancius, so he can take out another pair of Dancius during his second turn. Since this is NG+, the Dancius will have a lot of HP, so just in case the RNG screws up their AP gains while doing free aim shots, make sure to use his follow-up skill when taking out targets. CL on the other hand will buff the party with all set skill, granting them powerful, rush, and shell. Using this skill will also inflict slow on the Dancius, making her do very few turns during the entire match. And this is made possible because of the Light Sun's unique weapon effect. The entire party should have all of the buffs mentioned all the time, so if you're not sure about each of the buffs' expiration, just cast the all set skill in CL's every first turn. During CL's second turn, she will use intervention if Verso will not play next to her. This is to ensure that Verso can take as many turns as he can to take advantage of the Contorso's weapon trick. But there are cases that Verso will play next to her even without using the intervention. If this happens, use her final path skill to cripple one of the lesser Dancius, so when Verso takes his turn, he can kill the crippled Dancius easily. There will be instances as well that she will have high damage multipliers after using multiple sun charges and entering Twilight State. She will be able to take out a lesser Dancius by herself with her final fight skill. Mael is the shield generator of the party, and she can do this by casting the Last Stand skill to access Virtuous Stance and applying shield to all allies in the process, thanks to the Yaverum's unique weapon effect. While on her second turn, she will then take out a lesser Dancius with her Sword Ballet skill. The Virtuous Stance will expire, so you can add more shields in Mael's next set of turns. If your party is full of 9 shield stacks, you do have an option to use Sword Ballet on her first turn, damaging a lesser Dancius and hitting the other lesser Dancius with a normal attack to inflict defenseless. So when Verso takes his turn, both of the lesser Dancius are damaged already, giving him the chance to take out both targets easily. Do all of these steps on a loop and the Dancius will take fewer turns because of the slow debuff, while the party is buffed with rush and most of the time has 9 shield stacks active. So by the time the Dancius manages to take her turn after a long while, you will just face tank any kind of attack she throws at you, eliminating the need to dodge or use any items to replenish shields. Avoid hitting the chromatic Dancius to its death at all costs to preserve the run as long as possible. So pretty much you can prolong this method up to 2 hours if you wish. Since you are killing the lesser Dancius with a very much slower pace this time, you can prolong this run up to 2 hours, since the particle build-up that the lesser Dancius leave when they die will greatly slows down as well. If you follow the build and strategy carefully, you are expecting an average of more or less 480 Lumina after doing a 30-minute run and a decent 1500 to 1600 Lumina gain per 1 hour and 30 minutes. You can easily score 2k Lumina when doing this method for 2 hours. I know I will be receiving comments like, "Hey Samurai, in your previous guides, we are getting 3k plus Lumina in just an hour." Yes, this is true, but be reminded that this is already New Game Plus. If you compare all of the results from the other spots, the Dancius gains are still the best overall. Plus, if you're already at New Game Plus, it is a matter of time before you can easily reach 800 plus Lumina per character, so you don't need that many Lumina compared to your first playthrough. Quick note on Verso's Contorso method: even though it will be patched in the future, the method remains the same and still can give you Lumina gains per hour. It's just that the rewards will not be doubled, but the spots and methods remains the same, and all of these are decent. Pick the best methods that works best for you and farm Lumina like there's no tomorrow. But what if you just started Act 3 and you are wondering what's the fastest way to progress? Click on this video and I will catch you on the next one.